Hello. How's it going? Oh. Hi, Jacko. How are you doing? Hello, hello. I am doing pretty dandy, though. Doing pretty dandy. Yeah, so, if you remember yesterday's stream, I was playing Frostpunk. I don't know if I'll stream that again. I like it, but of course, with some of those, like, city management type of games, they are a bit slow. Oh, the hit pads! The hit pads! Me. Um, those city management games are a bit slow. I don't know, I might make a video on it where I edit down to, like, the more interesting parts or something. But I went back to it and I was just like, you know, I kind of want to play it again. So I ended up playing it a little bit more last night. And, I got through quite a bit of it, but then eventually my town was just found out that, like, oh, there was another settlement just like ours with, like, a big generator in the middle that's keeping everybody warm, and everybody died. So a lot of people ended up being like, no, we don't want to stay here if that's gonna be our fate, and they wanted to go back to London, you know. So my hope meter fell so dramatically down, and it was just hard trying to get that back. It was really hard trying to get that back. So there was a bunch of people that ended up wanting to go to London, which, like, I don't know if they would even be able to get back to a seemingly better life back in London or not. I don't know. I haven't gotten through, like, that level of the game. But essentially, like, a few days after, there's, like, a bunch of people that end up wanting to just leave my settlement. I couldn't get my hope meter up enough, and what they ended up doing, they just ended up banishing me from the settlement. And it basically said, that's the end of the game. And I'm just like, damn! Holy crap! It's not like, oh, you have catastrophic losses and you're trying to get it back, but it's just so hard. No, they just straight up banish you, and they're just like, we're done with you. And, game over. I guess I could reload, like, a previous save, but that'd be a little bit harder, you know? Damn, indeed. Yeah. It'll be a little bit harder to try to get back. Well, I think that definitely, like, for our first playthrough, it was okay to kind of discover some of these little bits and pieces, and then be able to have a thing that a playthrough that I do later on that will be a lot more focused and be like, okay, now I know what to do, and now this is what I should be focusing on and working towards, you know? But that's just what I think there, you know? I don't know if I'll play it on stream again, but definitely probably will play it. I kind of want to do things like that where I make videos about, like, little challenges like that, where it's like, and try to condense down, like, 5-6 hours of gameplay into, like, one hour, maybe. I don't know. And hopefully make it a little bit more interesting. Throwing some jokes and whatever. Been great was playing Mario Maker 2 yesterday. Were you building some more levels? That's kind of cool. So it's been a little bit since we've done this story. Essentially, we're heading towards the final battle of the Fate storyline, I guess. So let's get on into it.
Whew, now, that's more like it. Let's move out.
Let's move out. Yeah, see, there's story bosses. I'm wondering, I think I made a channel point redeem. I thought I made a channel point redeem where you can choose my characters. I'll make another channel point redeem. We'll make it cheat 200. There's gonna be cooldowns. I don't know. No limit per stream, but we'll make it a, like... How long should we make it? I think a 20-minute cooldown. So we're gonna make... Oh, what? You've created the max amount of rewards allowed. What? Can I just save this? We'll get rid of that one. I don't know. Okay, we have to do this all over again. Alrighty. There we go. No, that's live. It's 200 channel points, and you pick 4 characters that I have to use in Star Rail. It has to be...
Hello there.
Hello there. Hi, Sapphire. How you doing? Racking up those watch streak? I can't speak all of a sudden. Alright. So, yeah, if you pick the Make Me a Team in Star Rail, it has to be characters I have access to. If you sit there and say, oh, like, for instance, Yao Guang, one of the newest characters in Star Rail, I don't have her. If you sit there and say, Yao Guang, I'm sorry, I won't be able to use her, you know. I'm hanging out while I sort my Pokemon binder for events. Ooh, you have Pokemon cards? What sort of event are you going to? Or is it a tournament, or is it just like a card trading event? But cool either way. Alright. So, let's get into this. Team includes Saber. That's cool. I kind of like my team currently. I'm setting up to go to a card show to trade for stuff I can use for competitive. Ooh, what sort of deck are you building right now? You looking for anything cool? Let's start this challenge up. I think it'll go through some story before we get into battle. It's a mockery of a war, but you set it up so intricately, I don't get it. The 12 hours that reference the passage of time, and this moon placed right at the heart of it all. Anyone with magecraft training can feel power continuously flowing into this place, but this world has no magecraft or mages. Mega Lucario deck, Ethan's Typhlosion, and Cynthia's Garchomp. I remember you wanted to build the Ethan's Typhlosion, but Cynthia's Garchomp is kind of cool, and maybe you talked about Mega Lucario at some point. Enjoy the lurkies, Jacko! So did you really design this whole Holy Grail war, old man? You don't exactly look like a mage.
The sharp instincts of a businessman are enough for me to know where and when to make my moves. And the Holy Grail has told me everything I need to know. You are the servant of that Galaxy Ranger. I didn't think your nose would be even sharper than the Bloodhound family's minions.
I still wonder what Pom Pom's servant is.
Is it really wise for you to charge in here on your own instead of loyally staying at your master's side? That cowboy's in quite a pinch right now and would appreciate a speedy rescue.
What a pain. If I blow your head off right here, that'd save my metal clump of a master too, no? Let me offer you some advice from experience. The Holy Grail never grants wishes the way people expect. All it leaves behind are dead souls buried by their desires.
I appreciate the advice, truly. In that case, am I not giving the Holy Grail a new purpose? It'll become an entertainment spectacle much more worthy of investment than some wish-granting chalice.
Heh, entertainment spectacle. I get it now. That clicks pretty well with the essence of the Holy Grail. No wonder it managed to power this Holy Grail war. I've been wondering what you could possibly put into the Holy Grail apart from wine, given this is a barren world where mystics have completely degraded. But if something could replace magical energy and manage to infuse the Holy Grail with enough power to create miracles, well, that changes things entirely. Instead of something that must maintain the concealment of mystics, the Holy Grail War will become a public entertainment spectacle instead. Then the people on this dream-soaked planet will come to believe in the miracle of the Holy Grail through learning its rituals and witnessing the summoning of heroic spirits. And so, little by little, their wishes will turn into fuel, coating the Holy Grail in a fabricated miracle, and the farce you've orchestrated will end up stomping all over those wishes.
Quite the impressive insight, servant from another world. Your presence here was certainly a surprise to me, but you and your friends are needed. The Holy Grail needs more efficient fuel. And that means you.
Uh-oh. Him? Lancer specifically?
Miss Note? No. It's time for you to show Penacony your true charm.
Did he actually say her name and he was just muted? The curtain fell with a soft rustle, veiling the stage in silence.
I did what you wanted me to do.
Well done, my old friend. So many years have passed, but I still remember every performance you gave, every dance you danced, every melody you sang.
Oh, I just noticed all these things up here.
You were like a blooming iris. But I prefer how you are now compared to your heydays on the stage. Stripped of all the external pretenses. So simple. So ordinary.
Enough, OT. Outdated metaphors are as revolting as last night's leftovers. I've kept my promise. Now, it's your turn.
There's no rush, my old friend. Everything you desire can be obtained without magecraft or miracles. Money is all it takes. The so-called Holy Grail is nothing more than a vessel crafted from gold. And the real stars of this show are about to make their entrance. Your job is to hold them off until the last step of the ritual is complete. Once that is done, I will honor my end of the deal.
Deal. Why are they making deals behind Robin's back?
OT. Looks like your business acumen has rotted along with this world. I could barely restrain that one servant. And now you expect me to take them all on?
Is he gonna give her back her name, maybe?
Don't be so modest. Unlike Greedy, you are a true artist. You have the talent to bring thousands of characters to life all on your own. You are the perfect counter to these heroes. I will give you the power the Holy Grail has accumulated so that you can crush them all. Then this grand spectacle will come to a glorious finale.
Oh, so since she's a actress and singer, she brings life to characters. She brings life to fiction. That's actually a really cool ability to have. If they like an actress has like special powers, that'd be really cool to have.
Ah, fork it. Wasn't that blue guy supposed to scout this place ahead of us? Haven't even heard a single peep from him so far. Could that old man have pulled a fast one on him?
No signs of battle. This doesn't quite seem like something Lancer would do. Maybe he went fishing, or is he lost? Maybe he went fishing? From what I know about that man, he might even stir up some pointless fights just to walk away happy.
His note. I'm glad you're okay.
Wait. Something's off. Miss Note. I trust that you've seen Lancer here, haven't you?
Yes. He came to the Grand Theater with his spear raised and ready, eager to impale old Odie on the curtain. I couldn't agree more with his approach. But I still have dreams left unfulfilled in this miraculous second life. So, I asked him to take a break.
Sweet. Dang, 10 stream watch streak. What the hey? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here for 10 streams.
That every one of you take a break as well. Until Mr. Odie finishes the ritual.
I like it here. Well, I hope to just make a calm place for people to come by. I really, 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 really do want to add more things to that people can do to stream. I just need to figure out like what I can add specifically. I also do need to make like PC upgrades. I've been talking about that like for forever, but I really do need to start really getting on that so that I can be able to do things to make people do stuff like they can order drinks and then I can give that to them or something.
Fear not. There will be no pain. Please, leave your passion and ambitions on the stage. Like how actors shed their fatigue and makeup behind the curtains. And rest.
Saber is resistant to magic though, I think.
Let the curtain fall! Cannon can presents!
What the heck? Oh, we're gonna be with Saber at least. Cannon can Krazans. What? Where's this? How is this possible? Why am I in Britain? Where did she send us? Is this your homeland? Where did she send us? Yes, I remember it all. Every tree, every blade of grass, the fields, the wind scent in this town. Does Castor think she can trap me with these memories? This town is nothing less than where my life as a knight began.
Oh, Artorias! Here to draw the sword, aren't you?
You're calling me Artorias? Is it Aiden?
I knew it! That mage Merlin spun such a tall tale, something about whosoe'er pulleth out this sword of this stone is rightwise king of all England. Even an apprentice knight wouldn't be able to resist that. That being said, a little fellow like you drawing the sword and becoming king, I really can't picture that.
Is this from when she was little? I was like, is that like her shadow of like a kid? No, it's my shadow. It's just in a different like frame focus thing. I don't know. Right, I agree. I hope the sword in the stone manages to pick the right king. Master, let's go. What did he just call you? Artorias. That is the male name I use. After all, a female king would have had a very difficult time ruling Britain back in those days. We've returned to the moment right before I drew the sword from the stone. I thought Castor would use monsters, foreign armies, or even dragons to trap us here. I miss all this. I never returned here when after I left as a knight. What we see before us is a childish dream I had when I was still just a nameless nobody. The girl seemed drawn by something. Her gaze wandered to the end of the path. What a shame. She's created such a fantasy for me, yet I don't even have a mount. You want to break free from this dream? Is there somewhere you want to go? I'll find you a trampler. My greatest dream as a child was to have a mount of my own, to become a knight, to ride a horse, to follow this very path across the fields and reach the grasslands where Ector's house lies. Ector? Who's Ector? He's the old knight tasked with raising me. He was my father, in a sense. He always wore a stern expression, but laughed at the smallest things. He always told me that he hoped I'd become the ideal king for this land. But in the end, he never got to see me become a king. I'm sorry, Master, I got carried away talking about my past. Now that we're here, how about we set aside our worries about illusions and dreams and I'll show you around my hometown instead. Yeah, let's take a break. Let's take a break. There beneath a tree, a tiny knight doll rested, as if lost in a dream that would never end. If this is the soldiers summoned by Castor, there must be an incredibly powerful opponent. Looks a bit like you. Whoa, that figurine looks totally rad! This is wooden toy yours? That figurine looks totally rad. I love that. Never seen a toy like this. My first 15 years were mostly spent caring for horses and honing my swordsmanship. During my breaks, a mage named Merlin would visit me in my dreams and teach me about ruling as a king. What about you, Master? How did you spend your childhood? You never talked about your past. Actually, I never went to school. I don't remember a lot about my past.
The only thing I remember is being woken up by someone in a space station.
Really? No wonder your personality is so carefree. Is it because you don't have a past holding you back, Master?
My earliest memory was boarding a train, headed for the stars, and meeting many kindred spirits as friends. Though I have no past, I have a future.
I'm really lucky. I'm totally free. I became the person I wanted to be.
I became the person I wanted to be.
Well, even in the face of hardship, you're still continuing on your wonderful journey. I wish I did that in my life. Once upon a time, I also wanted to become a specific person. I wanted to save the land I stood on and the people who lived upon it. I wanted to repel the tyranny of King Vortigern, the White Dragon. I wanted to deliver my people from the foreign invaders' hostile rule. I wanted to be the ideal king my people dreamed of. Someone who would save Britain. For that, I would have sacrificed everything. The mage told me that if I could pull the sword from the stone, then I would achieve my wish. Everyone thought that I would save Britain. So was Britain saved? But no kingdom lasts forever. Was Britain saved? I didn't save Britain. Aw, dang. I once believed that once I slew Vortigern, expelled the foreign invaders, gathered the Knights of the Round Table, and built the impenetrable castle of Camelot, peace would finally come to Britain. But that was all a fleeting dream. The knights who once served me abandoned me, and some even raised armies to challenge my rule. Britain was once again engulfed in war. Merlin had already warned me of all this before I drew the Sword of Selection. He told me that once I drew the sword, I would meet a tragic end, hated by all. And while the kingdom was in its prime, he also told me that Britain would one day fall, and its current prosperity was built on the suffering of its king. Yet I thought I could carry the weight of the kingdom's pain and trade it for the peace of the people. The sacrifice would be worth it, and I would be willing to face my thankless end. You remind me of Sunday. The only thing that can grant your wish would be the Holy Grail. You remind me of Sunday. You recount the fantastical dream you had during Penacony's Charming Festival to Saber, how a man dreamed of creating a paradise kingdom with his own power. Is Robin's older brother? His thoughts and actions sound a lot similar to mine. I promised everyone that I would build the ideal kingdom, but I left the land of Britain with endless wars, dying warriors, and starving children. The one who deserves to face destruction is me, not my country or my people. That's how it should have been. I also noticed that she's wearing her, like, more casual outfit instead of her battle outfit. Her battle outfit is definitely more like a long dress with some armor pieces on it.
So this is the sword in the stone?
Wait, is there any other swords in the stone? I've wondered countless times, had I not drawn this sword, or had there been someone more suited to be king, would Britain have truly become the utopia I dreamed of? And what kind of a life would I have lived? To pull out the sword and become king, or to give up and stay in my homeland to quietly live out my days? She's brought me back to the moment I made my choice. Saber, do you wish to stay? Master, I'm so tired. I wish I had a horse, to ride across these fields before the sun sets. Saber? You called out, your voice echoing, but the drawn-out words never reached the servant. In the moment she hesitated, fate had already been sealed. In truth, you were never here at all. What remains in this place is merely a shadow of you who fell into a noble phantasm, lingering in the dream of another.
She was nothing more than an ordinary girl. Playing the part of a king was already painful enough. Why should we force her to continue in the delusion known as heroic spirits? Better to cast aside her sword, abandon her glory, and become a nameless nobody who watches the world's grand show on the sidelines. I'll help all of you to remove the hero's garish makeup, bit by bit, until I've wiped away even the choice you've made to become a hero. Until I've wiped away all the pain you've endured on this thorny road. I've prepared a simple and happy life for you all in this show, including you.
Where am I going? Now. She was gonna say Trailblazer, I think. But I skipped that.
So, newcomer, are you staying? Someone like you has probably already burned through all your luck just trying to get into the Herta space station. But I'll go through the motions and confirm it anyway. Just so you know, working at the Department of Cosmic Geography isn't as easy as you think.
Nah, it's pretty easy. I just sleep all the time. Look at me in the eyes and say that again. Where did she send me? You don't know who I am? Guess you're the real newcomer here.
Look, I thought I was pretty impressive too when I first arrived. But you'll be beaten into shape in no time. You're just a regular researcher on this station. No one's gonna even bat an eye at your so-called talents and smarts.
I am talented and smart, but I'm the galactic baseballer!
And I'm the cosmic geographer.
But I defeated Tatalov.
Who's that, a game character?
But I'm a nameless. I don't belong here.
Are you dreaming or something? Maybe you should take a sick day and get a checkup at the medical department. I'm a bit of a fan of the Astral Express, and I know that every nameless who boards it has been through some incredible adventures. So, tell me, what great deeds have you done?
I face-tanked the Doomsday Beast Ultimate.
Oh, I've heard of that! Apparently, a valuable relic was stolen from the space station. It was swallowed by a mysterious intruder. which then led to an attack from the Antimatter Legion. If it weren't for Madame Herta stepping in to handle the crisis, we'd all be burnt to a crisp by now. Any idea who that mysterious intruder was? Yep, you guessed it. It was you, lass. The only reason you got a job here is that lead researcher Asta took pity on you.
I defeated Fantelia on the Xian show.
Oh, you mean the Lord Ravager who recently appeared on the Xianzhou and caused a huge ruckus?
Yeah, that one.
From what I've heard, her plan was foiled by the general of the Luofu, but the Xianzhou people paid a heavy price for it. Listen, don't use someone else's tragedy as your bragging material.
Dang, he's just shutting me down left and right. I woke Penacony from his eternal slumber.
Let me guess. Next, you'll say you were invited to the Charmony Festival and became the festive superstar.
Actually, yeah. Hold on, bro. Did you peek at the script? And became a shareholder there. Peek at the script. The man looks at you with exasperation written all over his face, visibly biting back a snarky remark. I don't know what to say.
Oh, I know what's happening now. The Department of Implement Arts imported a batch of dream bubbles. Loads of young, naive researchers have been wasting entire days in them, ignoring even their paid work. You probably ate too much of that Memoria too and thought those illusions were real.
The Memoria?
Why else would you believe you're a nameless aboard the Express?
But I am!
I can't say I blame you. I heard the Express did invite you to join them, but you turned them down. Are you regretting that choice now?
But I did board the Express! You try to yell at the researcher before you, but your wavering voice gives a different response. I became afraid. I don't know. Yes, I regret my choice. I don't know.
I don't know.
But was that answer truly what you thought? Or was it some sort of elusive manipulation? You try to piece together what has happened, but your memories feel more distant with every passing second. Without the Astral Express and the Nameless, like sand under the waves, your memories crumble and fade, and suddenly you understand why Saber chose to stay, even just for a moment. Why didn't you step aboard the Astral Express back then? On that split-second impulse, it no longer matters. The researcher in the Department of Cosmic Geography standing before you watches you closely, perhaps searching for words of comfort. Or maybe looking for the right joke to shatter the heavy silence. Eventually he speaks.
Well, your resume doesn't show any particular skills, so I'll start you off with some light tasks. Sort the Department of Cosmic Geography's expenditure report for the past 6 months, schedule research meetings for the upcoming month, collect project proposals from all levels of researchers. Yeah, that should keep you busy for a while.
Sounds like a year worth of work. Am I really a researcher? Isn't this the Department of Cosmic Geography? Am I really a researcher?
What else would you be? Madame Herta?
In fact, yes! As I pull off my mask.
I'm off. Be sure to do your job well.
He turns to leave, yet could not help himself from looking back at you.
Yeah. Sometimes I regret picking the Geography of the Universe course when I was 14 and walking away from quantum history. I felt math was just too tough for me back then. But now I ask myself, would I still be stuck in this dead-end job if I made a different choice?
You can always make a different choice.
No, come on. Don't worry about the what-ifs. Why waste time regretting a choice you've already made? Look at me. Things aren't so bad here, are they?
This is all wrong. You scream internally, but the fury is fleeting. Okay, report at the workplace.
You're late, newcomer. A few more system days of delay, and we'll miss the reimbursement deadline. I'll cut you some slack, given that you're new. Now get to work.
What a messy desk. Am I supposed to
That's
organize
not a lot of
all
mess.
this stuff? Where do I even start?
Sort by budget category, sort by timeline, sort by mood. Sort by timeline.
You're too slow. Keep going like this, and you'll still be here when the Amber Lord makes our next hammer swing.
Don't push your luck. I see you're itching for a fight. Why don't you do it yourself? I see you're itching for a fight. You're on the verge of shouting, but just then a sliver of doubt creeps inside you. Is this really what you want? Take a breath. Don't lash out. Focus on what you truly need to do. Take out the baseball bat and give her a good beating. I quit. Complete the basic task. Take out the baseball bat. The bat you always have at your side is no longer there. Then again, did you ever really have it in the first place? I quit. But where would you go? Is there anywhere you can go? You're young with no special talents. Isn't your best bet a cushy job with full benefits, clocking in every day until the world ends? Complete the basic tasks.
What are you standing around for? You think space bionic snails are going to do the work for you?
Sort by budget category. I don't know. Yes, that's it. Calmly and nicely drop the fight. By now, the job feels like second nature. Might as well tidy up the last of the files. Deep organizing. Did you know human memory cannot simulate non-existent things? Never having taken this path, you cannot possibly imagine the Department of Cosmic Geography's research content. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I am you, at least a fragment of your subconscious, the final cry before blah 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 blah. You don't belong here. Quick! Hurry! She's become aware. Now you must on your own.
These reports are endless. And the stuff written in there is really weird.
Monthly financial statement. 3 slices of purchased from Bellabog. The following is a brief description of the environment in which the was discovered, alongside a detailed analysis of its components. The primarily revolves around trailblazing and can be roughly categorized into the heroic spirit, adventurous experience companions, and 2. With unique properties purchased from the Lavu, the analysis of its nature is as follows. For detailed experimental procedures, please refer to the project report. The gaze of the Eon had no significant impact on the fundamental nature of but there is a potential for escaping but no one can truly break free from Do not step onto the stage. Do not aspire to become a hero. There, you'll find only and do not go down that sorrowful path.
Hold on. I think I've seen that person over there before.
And Archer, what the heck? What is he doing here? If you're going to ask me, have we met before, my answer is gonna be no. But I really feel like what clairvoyance, see? You definitely know me. You glance at his work tag. On it, just a single letter. A. Department Domestic Services. Wait, since when does the space station have a domestic services department?
Come on, Uncle A.
Uncle A?
Don't you ever feel like you don't belong here?
I dreamt that I was a part of the Holy Grail War. You should have been one of the summoned heroic spirits. We shouldn't be here. I dreamt, yeah. I get it. I really do. Dozens of researchers come up to me every day, all claiming they don't belong here. They think they should be somewhere else because life isn't going their way. It's just another dressed-up excuse to escape reality. As long as your instinct is just to back down and run, you'll run out of places to go, even if you manage to get out of this place. Personally, I think this place isn't so bad. No world-threatening crises. No freaks trying to end humanity. The kitchen's convenient too, though the ingredients are a bit odd. I almost said cold. We've still got a little girl who throws around gemstones like dirt, but is pretty much a utopia for most people. There's no turning back once you leave your ordinary life behind. You glance at him wanting to say something, but decided not to. Change your mind, huh? I knew it. You don't really want to leave, do you? Days pass. After long hours of sorting, you're finally done with the work. Although an uncanny feeling lingers in your chest before it's resolved, you should take a break.
I'm exhausted. I feel like I can't even think anymore. Deep down, I still feel like I don't belong here.
Oh, odd place to take a nap, but sure. Drifting quietly over the surface of a dream, suspended in the moment before you sink. Let me tell you a story about a king named Uther. He ruled the people of Britain before I showed up, and after my appearance he launched an attack against the White Dragon to protect his people, a battle that ended in defeat. Even so, people still called him the greatest king. What do you think made him a hero? The innate glory of being a king, the deeds he achieved as a knight, the courage he exhibited as a human? Probably that one. He raised his sword to challenge a dragon he knew he could never defeat. The sword shattered, the bow snapped, and he was beheaded. As a human, everything about him was destined to fail. But the way he raised his sword to bring deliverance left a shining star in Britain's darkest nights. The stars we see may not be their original forms, but their light isn't a lie. It will shine for ages, lighting the way for the next hero. That heroic spirit who lost her name referred to our lives as a stage, and she used her noble phantasm to erase the star's radiance. But Master, if you still have courage, if you're still willing to become that star, then all the spectators who have seen you will also step onto the stage, becoming heroes themselves. Look at me, talking big all of a sudden, and doing a bad imitation of Merlin. Where are you? I'm waiting for someone who's about to take the stage. I'm also riding through the wilderness. The dream is nearing its end, Master, for me and you.
What a strange dream. I should get to work. Scheduling Department of Cosmic Geography meetings for the next month. This should be easier than yesterday.
Hey lass, if you're here to slack off, you're a bit too late. This place is already at full capacity. I'm here to work. I'm a model research employee. I'm reporting you. Model research employee. Haha, then I guess I'm the model fisherman. Well, no worries. You work here and I'll slack off. We each get what we need. For now, you ignore the security department staff's careless attitude and lower your head to resume your task. You've got this. You're not losing to some grown-up who's slacking all day. First on the list, a quantitative analysis of mycophage cluster interference on planetary magnetic fields. 15 attendees must be scheduled within the next 2 days. This morning. Sorry, there are no conference rooms available at your requested time. Next afternoon. No conference rooms available. The night after the next day. Sorry, there are no conference rooms available at... What? The conference rooms are fully booked even at night. People here really are workaholics. Wait, you're the Stellaron they were talking about, huh? Tell me, when you sleep, do you glow like a firefly? Young ones like you should really find a mentor, learn some skills, and carve your own path. Live like a true hero, no strings attached. Ignore the distractions around you. Let's look at the next meeting's details. The effects of Starquake phenomena on the artistic expression of researchers. 2 attendees, no time constraints. 1 year later, 10 years later, a century later. 1 year later. Something stirs in your memory. Sparks from an engine streaking past the space station. The faint weightlessness before the Express conducts a warp jump. I can't talk! Wait, no. None of that is real. Researcher, you should be focusing on your task at hand. You still got 899 more meetings to schedule. You better hurry up and finish before things spiral out of control. Man-made Ore Symposium, visit from the Intelligentsia Guild, monthly budget review, planetary decline observation. Visit from the Intelligentsia Guild. Alright, including the 2 new system-generated meetings, just 897 more to go, and the list is done. Let's see, Solar Lapse Observation. That's right, exactly. Blank! You're in the zone now, handling the work before you with practiced ease. Stellaron Symposium, visit from Blank Express, Curio approval, Blank self-observation. Visit from the Express. You ever tried fishing last? Don't be fooled by the vacuum outside. There's still plenty to catch. There's the migrating invisible carp, the silicon-based soft-boned fish that put up a fight. I even caught a trotter last time. Although you are exhausted beyond measure, the man's expression moves you. Your entertainment during a momentary respite from work, a fishing rod, life at the space station isn't as bleak as you thought. Maybe this is your utopia. By the way, I heard the Astral Express is coming back, and we'll be stopping at the space station for a while. Want to go check it out, just for fun?
The Astral Express. I turned down their invitation back then. Did I really make the right choice?
Then let's go check it out. Oh, we can't attack, I just noticed. Alright, who's here?
Long time no see. How's life been on the space station?
Great, couldn't be better. Not so well. It's been really bad. Not so well.
Oh, I see. If things are tough, you could always talk to Asta. She's sure to help you out. Oh, we traveled to many places after we parted ways. Bellabog, the Sienjo Lafu, Penacony. There were both good and bad moments along the way.
How's Don Hung doing?
Don Hung? It wasn't an easy journey, but he's back on the Lafu now. After all, that's where he's from.
How's Mr. Yang?
Have you ever heard of the planet called Earth? Soon after Don Hung left us, Welt found the way back home, just as he had hoped. Let's pray he makes it there safely.
How's Pom Pom? Himiko frowns as if your question has caught her off guard. An unsettling sensation flickers through your mind. You've never boarded the express, so who is this Pom Pom you speak of?
Where did you hear the conductor's name? Did Don Hung tell you? Pom Pom's still the same. But with fewer and fewer people on the express, it must be getting lonely for them. I sometimes wonder what might have changed if you had come with us. Sadly, the trailblazing expedition doesn't leave room for regrets and what-ifs.
What about March 7th?
March? I'm not sure how to put it. I hope that friend from the garden can cure her.
Any new passengers aboard? Is the express still in need of passengers?
Life as a nameless isn't easy. After we left the space station, we did have some passengers traveling with us for a short time, but they've all gone their separate ways now. Our friends from the Interastral Peace Corporation recently suggested we make a stop at Camelot. That planet should have been destroyed by the Antimatter Legion long ago, but we've been picking up multiple distress signals from there. So we're stopping by the space station for a while to meet some old friends. You can join us and leave with us this time if you want.
I'll pack my bags right away! Is that really how you feel? If joining the Astral Express doesn't change your life for the better, what then? What if what awaits you isn't a grand adventure, but endless cleaning, constant repairs, wounds that never heal, and death steeped in despair? What will you do then? What if you can't help anyone? What if you become a deadweight on the Express? What if a nameless gives their life to save you, yet everyone silently wishes you'd just leave? What will you do? Think about it. What answer would you give?
I'll think about it. I'll make sure to give you my answer before the Express leaves.
All right. I'll respect your choice no matter what you pick.
I'm so tired. Maybe I should head back first. The Astral Express.
Let's get some sleep at this table. Peaceful dreams stirred by birdsong beyond the window. However, can a robin really sing in the vacuum of space?
Let me tell you the story of a bird who was imprisoned wrongfully. She was once a singer, thrown into a dark cell for composing songs that the powerful didn't like. The bird heard many voices of sorrow, So, she sang for the others trapped inside, soothing their homesick hearts and inspiring them to rise up. In the end, the bird broke free with a pocket watch, a wolf, and countless companions by her side. The bird believed that she would begin a new life after gaining freedom. She would shine on the stage and the silver screen, displaying her beautiful feathers and voice, just as she had once brought hope to the hopeless. But she was wrong. Penacony soon became unrecognizable. The songs she sang, the films she starred in, and even her own life were all locked away in a cage called money, turned into mere commodities. The movie studio wanted to turn the bird into a symbol of beauty, but the bird longed to escape from this suffocating, filthy gutter. They stripped away her stage name, replaced her with a fresh-faced chick, and smothered her with slander and rumors, leading her to a disgraceful end.
Did they replace Miss Note with Robin?
So, you seek revenge on those who tarnished your name?
No. The exact opposite, in fact. When I returned to this world, I realized there was no one left to take revenge on. Instead, I will reclaim the name they took from me and erase every single work I've ever produced. I'll destroy every trace of my existence. As
I have to say that Miss Note's story is a lot more compelling than I think the actual story of, like, Holy Grail stuff. I think I would have liked if Miss Note was just the character that we were following.
You know how it feels to be locked in a cage and have everything taken from you. So why do you still trap the Masters and heroic spirits in your noble phantasm when they wish to end this Holy Grail war? Old Odie may be able to fulfill your wish, but the cost he demands is far greater. As someone born in the same era as him, you should know this better than I do.
ugh. OT is nothing more than a parasite feeding on Penacony. Of course I won't trust him. But you're different, Master. He's a worm who has a wish for the Holy Grail. Yet, there's nothing the Holy Grail can do to sway you. If you want to stop my noble phantasm, you'll have to force me with a command spell. Come, Master. Take away my free will. Just like how they took away my name and career with their contracts and laws.
You know I won't do that, Miss Note. Let's make a wager. I've never once gambled in my life. I bet that those masters and servants will not yield to your noble phantasm, even though you've stripped their identity as heroes. I trust them.
I will wait and see.
The birdsong fades into silence.
I feel like I had a strange dream. But the details keep slipping away. My body feels so heavy. But I can't rest. There's still today's work to get through.
How many days has it been since you started working at the space station? 30? 90? Even longer? Do you still remember what you need to do now? Compiling project proposals from all levels of researchers by now is second nature, something you could do with your eyes closed. Breeze through the work. ... Breeze through the work. Breeze through the work. ... Breeze through the work. Breeze through the work. Breeze through the work. Still thinking about the Astral Express? You've been wrestling with that choice for ages and still haven't made up your mind. They'll be departing soon. We wish them a journey full of wondrous encounters. I want to say, I want to leave. I don't know where to go. I want to leave! I want to stay? If you board the Express, what waits for you may be nothing but danger and the terrifying unknown. Your deeds will be unforgotten in time, and your journey will eventually come to an end. Long for a quiet, ordinary life. Let me go! For a quiet, ordinary life. So you are glad you stayed. No ticket, no bat, no danger, just a quiet, peaceful, and undisturbed life. The work you had piled up took far too much of your time. 1 day, 2 days, 10 days. Maybe you'll never catch up to the Astral Express again. You're tired. Find a room and take a break. Isn't that our Stellaron girl? I was about to mix you a drink, but since you're still underage, I'll hold off for now. I feel like my current life is a lie. I was once a trailblazer on the Express. I shouldn't be a member of the Department of Cosmic Geography. I feel like my current life is a lie. Funny, isn't it? Sometimes I think I shouldn't be working as a space station security guard either. So do you want to board the Astral Express? That's right. Every year there are researchers who want to go with the Express, but when it's time to leave, they all back down without fail. They know they are just seeking an escape from their stressful lives, instead of actually wanting an adventure that could cost them their life. So what do you really want? I want to leave my current life behind. I want to go on an adventure into the unknown. Staying where I am is fine. Someone better will come along. I'm just an ordinary person. Why speak of regrets when everyone when everyone who has ever lived has regretted something? Yet, had everyone turned back because of their fear of regrets, humanity would never have produced any heroes. Even if the road ahead is unclear, some still set off, driven by the desire to chase a wish. It may seem foolish, but that's what gave birth to the Nameless, to trailblazers and to humanity's heroes. The doll you carry is proof of a certain hero's existence. Do you know what it is? A shabby little trinket that left a trace in history because of one person's silly wish. The Express may have already left, or it may not have, but if you truly want to walk this path, what does it matter if there's no Express? If you truly believe you are a Nameless, then there is only one thing left for you to do. I must set off. I must set off!
I need to set off.
Go catch up with the Express. Oh.
The Express is already left. Going there will be pointless.
What the heck? What is this horror movie? What is this horror movie going on?
Let's go to the lab. Hit the cafeteria. Let's go fishing together. Let's go watch a movie. Isn't life on the space station wonderful? People would kill just to live the life you have here. There's no anti-matter legion. No abominations of abundance. This place is the most peaceful paradise in the universe.
What the crowd blocking your way?
Something's stopping me from leaving this place. I need to avoid them.
We're not holding you back. Stop. The future of a Nameless is nothing but emptiness and despair. Do you think you're special? Think of Tiernan and Kelbeck. The Nameless who were better than you. They were all consumed by the lightless outer space, never to return.
So you'll finally admit that I'm a Nameless?
So you'll finally admit that I'm a Nameless?
The voices that once spoke to you fell silent in an instant. They never spoke again. Proceed toward the destined path. What is this? Oh, that's a baseball bat. A bat. Plain, unimpressive, yet strangely familiar. You once believed you'd never hold it again in this lifetime.
Would you still pull this weapon out? Even if it'll bring about a tragic end?
Foreshadowing is a method of storytelling. That's what Merlin told me too.
Which is why I've crafted such gentle dreams for you all. Isn't that what you've been looking for all this time?
I did wonder whether someone else might have done a better job as king if they pulled out the Sword of Selection. But I can't blame the girl who drew the sword in the stone for overestimating herself. She just wanted to deliver something from disaster, just like the king who challenged the White Dragon. If I was given another chance to make my choice, I would tell her, I hope you can do better this time. Master, you've had enough rest in your happy dream, haven't you? Now let's leave this place together.
You'll regret this!
Grab the bat.
I'll never regret.
Ooh, battle time.
Why do you have such blind courage? Don't you ever feel regret?
The death, whatever
Eternal
it's called.
sleep is not the end. The dead will return!
The death meme. That's an interesting boss to come out.
Another journey begins. Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Incoming!
She's dead now. Okay.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Familiar. I weep for the departed.
Let's do this now.
Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. In the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
Awaken! Excalibur! Man, that was a huge hit.
Earth shatters, heaven trembles. Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands.
I don't know if I should have kept the ult just in case, because the death meme is probably going to take another person here. Oh, no, not yet.
Allow me to see
He's a little bit more aggressive with it in
Eternal sleep is
in
not
the
end. The dead
second
will
phase.
return. That which is seized must be repaid.
Did you come here of your own volition? Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Taking Locha. Wait, Locha's not dead, is he?
How familiar.
No, he was stolen, okay. Okay, Locha should be free. Good.
I can't become a fool like you. And I won't agree with your choices.
Eternal
Dawn
sleep
hung
is
in
not the end. The dead will return.
Let's try to release them from this. Yippee! Got them.
Dragons, obey calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence. Mountains roar, dragons rise.
I weep for the departed.
Let's get a lot of damage in real fast.
Dusk's reign, it too shall fall. On the still waters of oblivion, I guide the wandering souls.
And Dragon does some damage. Cool.
Pity, you chose the wrong enemy.
All the damage. The fact that it takes the frickin' it face tanks the nuke that is Excalibur is ridiculous.
I underestimated you.
My purpose. Incoming!
There. Done for! Let's go.
I failed. Just like how I failed in life. This is a fitting end for a traitor.
You didn't fail in life. What are you talking about?
The performing arts had given you so much pain, Miss Note. Why did you choose to remain on Penacony's stage after leaving your prison?
Because I still remember how the rough prisoners fell silent and the crying children smiled whenever I started to sing. Those small moments made me feel free, even in that iron cage. But Penacony has changed. After so many Amber eras, it's become almost unrecognizable. And now, I am locked in this newly forged prison. Anyway, it's time to end this. A servant who betrayed their master has no right to exist.
Then, as you wish. With the first command spell, I return your name to you. On behalf of Penacony, Asuna. Even if they have trademarked your name and stripped you of everything, that does not make you an unknown failure. Hold your head high, Mother of Iris. With the second command spell, I return to you the testament of your existence as a heroic spirit. Your death was what made singers and artists realize the need to reclaim their freedom and dignity for merchants. You are not some forgotten shadow. You are the founder of the Iris family, one of the 5 major lineages of Penacony. That's why you chose to borrow that name, isn't it? A figure shaped by your students and friends, by Maven and the Watchmaker. Miss Note, the one who sang freely in Dreamville.
Please, no more. I don't want to hear anymore.
With the third command spell, as your junior on the stage, I return to you your freedom as a person. Mother of Iris, you will no longer be controlled by anyone from this moment on. You will now only dance for yourself. This farce is nearing its end, but I hope you can step out of the Grand Theater before you disappear and meet Penacony's artists. You are still a hero to them, no matter the slanders your name bears.
Meanwhile, the master and their servants, freed from the dreamscape, stepped into the, what? The theater stage, I guess? I sense a powerful force similar to magical energy. It seems the Holy Grail's holder is about to complete the ritual. The last 2 servants left are Rider and Berserker. Which one will face us? Or will it be both? With the enemy already in possession of the Holy Grail, it looks like we're in for a brutal fight. 3 against 2, the advantage is mine. I'll once again select 2 easy in the next survey. I'll lead the charge. Select 2 easy. Master, I swear on the sword that I will protect you, no matter the cost.
Boothill and the others got out too. Should I go check on them?
Chat with the masters.
A different life? Penacony's dream bubbles are pure cancer.
Dang, he doesn't like
Charmy
it.
Festival nearly killed me. And that servant's fantasy almost finished the job.
So, where did you put you?
I had a dream where I could never win. I got to live as an obedient serf and gave up on even the thought of gambling.
Darn right. Quit gambling. That's quite the educational dream you had there.
And you? Where'd she send you?
Me? I had a long-awaited reunion.
As they talked, Boothill had already loaded his gun. Next up, the final battle with the Mastermind. Chat with the servants. Yo, if it isn't the first heroic spirit to get trapped in a reality marble, didn't you use those long legs of yours well enough? This is the first thing I hear after I got out. Darn it, my head's killing me. Feels like I've been through a long and thrilling adventure. Not sure why, but I think my enemies all had fish heads on their necks. With enemies on the way, the 2 servants were more than ready to fight. So now we have 6 people ready to fight 3, I guess. Time to settle the score with old Odie. I want to do something.
Let's wait and see.
Behold the King of Knights!
Looks like Lady Asuna has failed. What a shame. She was just one step away from tearing the flame of dreams off the servants and tossing them into the Holy Grail as fuel. But that's the business world for you. No matter how capable your collaborator is, you gotta handle the most critical parts yourself.
Oh, fudgehead. It's time to tell us what kind of stinking pie you're cooking up with this Holy Grail war.
You practically have one foot in the grave. Don't tell me you're going to wish for immortality.
Oh, I've lived for 10 Ember Eras already. As long as I give the word, my medical team can squeeze a few more years out of these old bones.
Then are you trying to crush your business rivals? I heard there's some bad blood between you and my master.
What a great misunderstanding. There are no enemies that can't be made into friends in the world of business.
Good point. But I'm still very curious about your little scheme.
Mr. Odie, surely you wouldn't be like the mages I know, willing to forsake both life and humanity just to reach the root of all things?
Miss, what you're talking about is something only the Genius Society would obsessively chase after.
What's your real reason, then? Couldn't possibly be for money, could it?
Why not? I've been very clear about this from the start. The Charmony Festival met a hasty wrap. And Penacony needs a fresh economic boost. We need to create a business venture that will grab everyone's attention. A holy grail that grants wishes is just the golden goose we need. If this ritual works, then Penacony will own a glorious show to keep the money rolling in for 10 more Ember Eras. A carnival that even the Charmony Festival can't compete with. Even if I do have some personal objectives in this first ever Penacony Holy Grail War, that's none of your concern.
Why don't you just ask the Holy Grail for cash? What a crude wish. Just ask it for cash.
Wealth that pops out of thin air will only lead to inflation. Financial growth can't be achieved by miracles. It requires precise balance and expert handling. I like money, but I don't like to play a numbers game. What I like is watching people swarm into Penacony, spending their entire fortunes just to buy a chance to enter the Holy Grail War. I like having alfalfa credits pour out of the Gilded Hour, entering the Cosmic Exchange. I like seeing my business rivals being crushed and manipulated, and then lose everything in the end. I like to acquire companies that I've never heard of, fusing them into my empire with a mere wave of my pen. The Golden Hour will set the prices for goods based on my desires, and the Blue Hour will craft Penaconian fashion based on my whims. Do you honestly believe Penacony was built on empty ideas like dreams and wishes? No. What truly underpins and supports the city is what you deem crude. It's the unending flow of money. On this rock called money, we have built the planet of festivities.
No matter what your plans may be, there can only be one victor in the Holy Grail War. Your actions in this farce have already placed every servant squarely against you. Now we stand together before you, shrewd merchant. Just want to finish what I didn't get to do a few hours ago. I'm sick and tired of fish heads. The head of this old desperate fogey with broken dreams is what I call a real trophy. You see this evil man's old head as a trophy? I thought you had better taste than that, Lancer.
It seems you're all eager to prepare for my demise. But since there can only be one winner in this game, how do you plan to decide the victor after I bow out? Why don't we discuss a collaboration instead? Whoever can eliminate the others shall have the chance to make their wish to the Holy Grail. I will give you that right. We can even formalize it with a contract, using precise logical language to word our wishes, ensuring the Holy Grail fulfills everyone's desires. After all, isn't this the very moment you've all been fighting for? Masters and servants?
We're still missing Ryder and Berserker, though. Shh, no peaceful resolutions, please. As far into the show, are you trying to make me laugh? A holy grail that sullies everyone's wishes is just a counterfeit for us to smash to pieces. Isn't that right, Master?
Nah, we need to whip this fella's hind end, then smash it to pieces.
Our opinions rarely align, but I'm fond of this idea. What do you think, Mr. Adventuring? It's nice to play as the hero of justice now and then, isn't it?
Well, I've already been the scapegoat once today, so I'll pass this opportunity to Mr. Odie.
My master, it seems I won't be able to claim the Holy Grail for you. And trust your choice. You made the right choice. We made this choice together. I must thank Miss Note's dream for showing me the truth. What truly matters is not the ending, but the journey we've taken to chase something and to deliver it from destruction. I don't need the Holy Grail. The wishes I did not fulfill will end here.
If you are all so keen to make me your enemy, I suppose I'll have to become the final challenge on this variety show. The rules said a master is supposed to summon a historical figure as their servant to enter the Holy Grail War, but who should I summon? This question has haunted me for quite some time. Should I get the washed-up director I sponsored? Or the legendary star whose name I purchased? No, they are not worthy of being my servant. That's when a thought crossed my mind. Why not summon myself? The person who's still standing strong after 10 amber eras of business intrigue? Isn't this living legend staring back at me in the mirror?
Can you do that?
I used myself as the catalyst.
Weird.
I wanted to see how the business magnate Oti reflected in the history of Penacony would respond to my call as a servant. I wanted to see how people truly view me in history.
I was gonna say that, like, how could he do that? Because that doesn't follow the rules of what the Holy Grail does to create servants, but then I had to remind myself that Archer is also kind of an exception to that rule too, so it can happen across the board. Have you got your answer?
The answer really hurts. To them, I'm nothing but a parasite, sucking out the sap of Penacony's oak from the top. A bug, madly devouring wealth.
Ugh. Oh, you're turning into that thing? Okay.
That you want to take the Holy Grail or crush it? You'll have to get through me first.
You turned into
So
Berserker.
the person we've been talking to was old Odie's servant all along?
Earth shatters, heaven trembles.
So this is Berserker. I really wanted Pom Pom to have Berserker as a servant.
Dragons, obey this order. Calamity undone, soaring above the lands. This is permanence.
What's this? By the command spell, destroy all that is evil. The command spell has fully charged energy for Saber. Time to unleash the noble phantasm.
Destroy all that is evil!
Interesting. So there's command spell stuff.
Eternal sleep is not the end. The dead will return!
Let's get the dead to return. Let's nuke some more!
I weep for the departed. Dusk's ring.
Alright, so second phase.
Fall.
Let's break the Holy Grail, or we'll lose this war.
Another journey begins. Existence is fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion.
Allow me to see you off.
Is he attacking again? Yeah, the dragon's attacking again.
Mountains roll. Dragons rise!
Oh, I didn't even see him charging that up.
I underestimated you.
Ooh, the big attack time! I charged that up pretty quickly.
Dusk's ring, it too shall fall.
Oh, wow! I nuked it to oblivion.
With the command spell, I command you to unleash your noble phantasm! Shatter the Holy Grail!
Command Master. Excalibur! It's finally over.
Is this grand theater ever gonna see a day of peace? I'm starting to feel bad for the Bloodhounds and the Dreamweavers.
No need to feel bad for a heritage building insured with hundreds of different policies. Old Odie would never allow himself to lose a single coin over that.
So he dragged everyone into this Holy Grail war while hiding in the shadows, and none of you are gonna make him pay for this? We should give him a good thrashing. Make him pay for our emotional damage. Emotional damage!
Well, unfortunately, no master was harmed in the making of this show. Even if we tried to hold him accountable, he'd probably just brush it off with his usual tricks. The best legal team money can buy, and sky-high compensation. And I fear the Holy Grail War has already given him returns far beyond what he's put into it. The silver lining is that this little spectacle will serve as the perfect excuse during negotiations for Madame Jade to pry open an even bigger opportunity in Penacony.
Does Scott have no rights? Do servants have no rights? So the IPC is still the final winner out of it all.
Oh, don't say it like that. This is a good thing for Penacony shareholders.
Like me!
These Penaconian rules, stinking of money won't keep me down. Lancer, let's go take care of that old budger.
Master, while I'm all in on that suggestion, time's running out. Without the Holy Grail holding us up, us servants need to go back to where we belong. Are you leaving already? Where are you again?
Such a shame, brother. If we ever cross paths again, I'll take you to the finest honky-tonk in the cosmos for a drink.
Finest in the cosmos, huh? That's something to look forward to. Alright, no need for a tearful farewell for us, bros. Let's not ruin the good run what we've had together till we meet again, buddy. And YouTube, seriously? Why can't I never get a proper fight with you? Is that so? I distinctly remember beating you. You know me, just a humble archer. Let's call this one another loss on me. I'm done arguing with you lot. I'm gonna take another peek at Penacony's views before leaving for good. And so, it's time to say goodbye, Master. I have to admit that your fashion sense could use a little work, but as a servant, I'm genuinely glad to have fought by your side in this Holy Grail war. I can still see the determined heart of the child you once were underneath all your grand speeches and extravagant flair. You know, it would feel pretty good to be a hero of justice once in a while.
Let's skip the last-minute psychoanalysis, all right? And when it comes to fashion, you're not much better than me, Guardian of Humanity.
That brings up a good point. Why would I, a Guardian of Humanity, get summoned to a world without the counterforce? Archer, you should know why you were summoned here. You were summoned as a heroic spirit. A hero, huh? I'll chalk it up as a beautiful dream. A faint smile tugged at the man's cold face before he vanished from sight. Soon, only the final pair of master and servant remained. Say goodbye.
Stream 4.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Didn't mean to strike at Saber. Say goodbye to Saber. I'm glad I was summoned to this strange world and got to experience it with you. I'm not great at farewells. Anything else you want to say to me? I'm not great at farewells. I saw your fears in your dream, but, Master, don't be burdened by the emotions that come with being human. The fear of the unknown, the dread of loss, or the regret of what you couldn't achieve. Even Heracles was just a child before becoming a hero. You may not be strong enough now, but I have faith that you'll eventually become a star that illuminates the entire cosmos. Like you did? Who's Heracles? ... Master, please send my regards to the person you will become in the future. As the lumen flux dimmed, the valiant girl knight faded, vanishing just as she had arrived. At the same time, in the Dreamflux Reef, the host of the Holy Grail War is sitting elsewhere watching the scenery with interest.
The Holy Grail broke. What a shame. People have pursued it, fought for it, made sacrifices for it, and died for it. Much like they did for our own Penacony. They poured their dreams into Penacony to shape the planet into what it is today. But the question is, has Penacony ever answered their dreams? Look at this Memoria singularity. 10 Amber Heirs have passed. And out of those who once came here to build Penacony from the ground up, only one despicable old man is left. His friends, his enemies, they're all gone. I must confess to both of you, my wish has been granted. No matter how you see me, no matter how deeply we hated each other in the past, the Holy Grail has recognized your achievements and brought you forth as heroic spirits. Don't you think this is a rather unique reunion of old friends? It's unfortunate that Mikhail, that old rascal, couldn't be here to join us.
Mr. Odie, your wish truly moves me. If I didn't know you better, I'd almost be swayed by your sweet words. A reunion of old friends. No, it's just another part of your business deal.
Greedy. Or perhaps I should now address you as Mr. Rekka. Is the editing of the footage complete? That is such an important task, after all.
I've cut out everything related to the participants' privacy and kept only the most thrilling parts of the Holy Grail War. It may not be an artistic masterpiece, but it should meet your commercial expectations.
That'd be enough for me. You artists always aim to carve your names into art's annals no matter the cost. Too bad those who actually succeed are as rare as the winners of the Holy Grail War. I'm not like that. What else can truly measure the effort you've put in apart from cold, hard cash?
The memories of former heroic spirits are also worthy compensation.
Memories of a flop director like Greedy? Do enlighten me. What worth do those hold?
His memories are indeed positively worthless as a filmmaker, but when it comes to him as a person, those memories are treasures beyond compare. He has had his struggles, disappointments, and defiance, only to be reduced to another nameless nobody. That man is a symbol of the Penacony of his times, a most ridiculous clown and a most genuine hero.
So are these people fake? Is that why there's the question mark at the end of his name?
How could I ever miss out on a memory with as many facets as a veritable diamond? But now, I'm more curious about you, sir. You've spent so much money, only to create such an unsightly mess. Aren't you worried you'll end up in disgrace like Grady?
A merchant at my age who still cares about dignity would be an absolute failure.
Oh, in that case, my business here is settled. I'll take my leave.
All right. It's your turn, Miss Osner. I'll sign the declaration to renounce the trademark on your name and all rights to your creative works. Are you happy with that?
Happy? Never. But if you don't carry it through, I'll squeeze your puny neck with every ounce of my strength until I disappear. I'll watch you take your last breath, even if I know it won't actually kill you.
Dang, she's super mad at him.
Goodbye, Penacony's most successful merchant. There's something I've always wanted to say to you. I wish you were already dead.
Damn.
Now that's a heartfelt confession. Osna, I do hope your wish comes true one day.
At the same time, aboard the Express. Now we need to know what happened to Pom Pom. Far from the heat of battle, a servant summoned under the rider class stays on the sidelines. As a rider, he once built an unsinkable little ship named the Compass. As a rider, he was once a nameless who rode the stars aboard an interstellar express. Centuries have passed. Now as a heroic spirit, the young man finally returns to the place where he once worked tirelessly. An old friend awaits for him here. Oh, it's Misha. Interesting.
March 7th is always bringing back bizarre and curious things. One time, she even brought back something called a raiding pistol, and it only gave Pom Pom a single point. Also, watch out for Himiko's coffee. It's the most terrifying beverage Pom Pom's ever encountered. But please don't ever tell her that to her face.
Is it worse than the tea from Granholm's hometown?
100 times worse.
I'd love to have a try.
And that person is always dragging March 7th into trouble. Pom Pom had such high hopes for Dan Hong, but even he started to follow along now.
Mm-hmm.
You passengers are all the same. Mikhail, you're spacing out again. What's going through that head of yours?
Conductor, looks like it's time to say our goodbyes again.
Will you be returning to the Express?
Maybe. I'm just happy to hear that so many people like me have boarded the Express over the years. The nameless come and go. Some find a place they want to stay, while others keep moving forward. Just like the silver rails that never stop. That's the Astral Express. I'm sure the conductor's future will never be lonely. The Holy Grail War is coming to an end, and wandering souls must return to their rest. I need to go back to Penacony.
Mikhail, remember, whether you leave or stay, the Astral Express will always be the home of the Nameless. Pom-Pom will always be here, waiting for your return.
Misha and Mikhail are, like, some of the most wholesome characters in this entire game, I swear. Like, so many things have made me, like, frickin' well up in emotion about them.
It's a deal then, conductor. The next time the express stops at Penacony, please sound the horn for me, Rosalina, and Tiernan. If we can hear it, then we'll definitely come visit you.
It's a promise.
He's writer class. That's interesting. Gather your thoughts to the present. If there really is a chance to fulfill a wish, what would yours be? Make a silent wish.
You see, wishes lose their power once spoken aloud.
That does sound like something you'd say. Anyway, the first Holy Grail War orchestrated by Old Odie ended up being the last one. But the Dream Bubble movie, co-produced by Mr. Rekka and Dr. Edward, became a huge hit. Not only did it fill up movie theaters in Epsilon, it even created a new dream-chasing trend throughout the stars. Mr. Odie and the IPC's Penacony branch made quite the fortune from it.
That old fox didn't lose a thing. He's far too shrewd. What about my appearance fee? What about my appearance fee?
As Mr. Adventuring guest, Odie simply brushed everything off as entertainment when questioned about placing family heads and shareholders in danger. While compensation and lawsuits are inevitable, I suspect he already knew exactly what was coming, even before the Holy Grail was activated. Now, old Odie did say he planned to give you some money, but even he thought that was too crude. So instead,
So I was gonna get some
he
money.
gave us the most valuable thing from this Holy Grail War.
That's too crude. No. Crude's good. So this is his apology? That old fox always managing to get the most out of everything. This is his apology?
There's something inside the Holy Grail. I think this is a note for you.
Hey, sister. Since you all look pretty busy, I headed out with Hook. Big thanks to Mr. Odie for buying this rare trinket I got my hands on. That's how I could afford this spontaneous trip.
The heck?
By the way, aren't you curious what old Sempo's wish to the Holy Grail was?
No.
Well, I'm thinking you probably say, no. Come on, sis. You might not be curious, but the audience is still on the edge of their seats. All right, folks, the show's over. But if there's anything still out there that can hear and fulfill my wish, I wish for everyone in the world to be happy, joyful, free, and have their every desire fulfilled.
Oh, okay, well that's a little wholesome. Alright, fine. You can have that. Ciao, my friend. Ciao, my friend. Oh, we got some, of these achievements done. Cool. And we finished the Fate episode. That's pretty dang nice. Don't have enough for any polls. That's unfortunate. I think it's unfortunate. I have so many events to do. Jeez. But I think that's gonna be where I leave it for today. I know a little bit of a shorter stream. I just wanted to get a stream in today. Not much more to really do. If I started something else, it'd take a while, I'll be honest. So that's why I'm just like, I don't know if I'll just do something else. You know? You know? Let's see. That's let's look this up. Nah. Not a lot more people that are like English isn't their first language. Well, I think I'm just gonna end things for today then instead of raid somebody. I would love to raid somebody, but I think I'll just end things. But anyways, thank you all for joining me today. Thank you all for everybody who came in, watched, lurked, chatted, did whatever. And yeah, make sure to stay hydrated. Get up and stretch if you've been gaming or sitting for a while. If you stayed up for me, make sure to get some rest, and make sure to hug your loved ones close. I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye.